At the highest summit, Kong stands still, watching the vast ocean breathe below.
Strong wind cuts across the peak, carrying salt and distant pressure from the sea. Kong shifts slightly, choosing position where sightlines stretch far beyond the coast.
He gathers hardy mountain fruit, eating slowly without breaking observation.
Loose stones slide underfoot as Kong adjusts footing to secure the ridge.
From this height, waves appear small, yet their power feels constant. Kong pauses to drink collected rainwater pooled within natural rock basins.
After feeding, he scans the horizon again, posture calm but alert.
Cloud shadows sweep across the ocean, hinting at unstable conditions below.
Kong moves along the crest, mapping escape lines without urgency. Vegetation bends hard in the wind, and Kong uses it for brief cover. He pulls more fruit free, sharing space with no rivals in sight. The air thickens as distant swells roll unseen beyond the horizon. Kong holds the summit, control rooted in patience rather than force. Above land and sea, the leader prepares for the ocean's growing fury. Far offshore, the giant shark glides low and quiet, cutting smoothly through open water.
The bluefin tuna, a powerful apex predator, navigates the shifting depths of the open ocean. Its presence alone.
Without rushing, the great white shark passes through the edge of the group, claiming easy prey.
Hail power builds beneath the swell, pushing long waves outward across the surface. Kong shifts slightly along the ridge, keeping full sightlines. Wait and patience hold control, while the sea stays quiet.
The exchange ends with control favoring Kong and the high ground.
Low and steady, the sharks hold depth, their motion barely disturbing the surface.
Kong remains still above, letting distance reveal intent. Long swells roll beneath the sharks, pressure spreading without aggression. Squad maintains formation, each member watching a separate sector. Offshore, the sharks pass wide, conserving energy rather than testing the coast. Kong shifts slightly along the ridge, keeping full sightlines. Water stays smooth as the sharks continue their measured glide. Height and patience hold control, while the sea stays quiet. For now, both sides share space without escalation. The calm breaks as the sharks angle shoreward, speed increasing along the swell. Kong signals movement, the squad repositioning along the high ledges.
A shark drives low toward the rocks, forcing water pressure upward. Kong counters by shifting laterally, denying a clean approach. The squad drops debris in sequence, disrupting lines without closing distance. Kong anticipates early, stepping offline as pressure collapses against stone. With coordinated timing, the squad holds height, turning aggression back toward open water. High above the surf, the great apes demonstrate remarkable agility, exploring the very limits of this coastal environment.
Kong pushes into a new high ridge, moving fast across unfamiliar stone.
He leaps a wide gap cleanly, landing low and driving forward without pause.
Clutching a high outcrop, Kong swings across the face and releases at full speed.
He climbs vertically in rapid bursts, choosing grip points by instinct.
Loose rock falls away as Kong redirects mid-move, never losing momentum.
A long bound carries him between peaks, feet striking stone with precision. Kong vaults over broken spires, speed replacing caution on stable ground.
He ascends a narrow pillar, pulling hard and cresting in one fluid motion.
Without stopping, Kong accelerates along the summit edge.
Wind cuts across the height as he shifts direction at full pace. Kong drops briefly, absorbs impact, and immediately climbs again.
Each movement maps the new terrain faster than sight alone. From peak to peak, Kong maintains relentless forward motion. Agility and speed secure control over the unfamiliar high ground. By the end of the run, the new summit belongs entirely to Kong.
Far offshore, a giant bull shark erupts into violent motion, churning heavy water across the open sea.
Powerful tail strikes drive long swells outward, the surface folding under raw force.
The shark surges again beneath the waves, aggression contained but unmistakable. White water explodes as pressure rolls across the offshore zone without restraint. Out beyond the coast, the ocean heaves violently under the tiger shark's rage.
Driven by instinct, the great Mako descends, exchanging the chaotic energy of the waves for the crushing tranquility of the abyss. Long strands of kelp and drifting algae sway slowly as the predator passes through.
Faint coral formations emerge from the seabed, colors muted under filtered light. Here, the ocean's apex.
The skeletal remains of this vessel now serve as an artificial reef, a silent monument in the twilight zone.
Here, amidst the deep-sea canyons and forgotten wrecks, the great white shark reigns supreme, a symbol of the...
Deep beneath the surface, the giant shark descends slowly into bright layers. Unfamiliar marine shapes drift across the seabed with deliberate calm. Dense coral fields spread outward, forming natural corridors below.
The shark glides above the reef, body low and controlled.
Kong remains still above, tracking movement down to the ocean floor. The shark passes silently, pressure contained within depth. Nothing attacks or flees, yet tension settles. From the high cliffs, Kong looks straight down into the clear blue depths.
Light cuts cleanly downward, revealing reef structure in sharp detail. At the bottom, the shark glides heavy and silent among layered coral.
Kong adjusts position on the ridge, keeping the entire depth in view.
No attack comes, only distance holding both predators apart. Height and depth remain separate, tension suspended without contact. A lateral pass scrapes stone, water detonating sideways.
Kong counters with a timed drop, redirecting the surge offline.
The sharks switch depth, attacking the water column instead of the surface.
Kong anticipates early, stepping through the gap before pressure forms.
The sharks regroup and split angles, speed replacing brute force.
Kong cuts laterally, forcing the lines to stretch thin. A sudden rise snaps short, jaws missing stone by inches. Kong snaps back with precision, momentum turned away.
Control shifts upward as Kong holds height and rhythm. The clash resolves with advantage clear, tension still unbroken.
Far offshore, the sharks spread out quietly, descending toward the deep seabed.
Below them, a sunken ship lies broken, its hull softened by time and growth.
Thick coral blankets the wreckage, turning steel into living structure.
The vibrant ecosystem here supports dense schools of fish, but the arrival of an apex predator, this great white
Here, in the deep coastal waters, the bull shark reigns supreme. Their movements are slow, deliberate, and undeniably dominant.
Another wreck emerges nearby, frames outlined by dense reef. Color and motion fill the bottom, a layered ecosystem thriving in silence.
The sharks continue outward, spacing widening as depth increases.
Light fades gently, leaving shapes clear but subdued.
At the edge of the wreck field, the hammerhead sharks vanish into deeper water.
The shark twists low and surges laterally, but Kong meets it with a double forearm block and shove.
A final overhead blow redirects the charge into open water, damage clearly favoring Kong.
From the cliff, Kong commits to a straight drop, locking both fists on the shark's head as it rises near the surface. Kong rebounds off the rock edge and slams a second two-handed strike onto the crown of the head, water exploding outward.
The shark tries to twist away, but Kong steps offline and crashes a side hammer blow into the cheek and jawline.
Kong pulls back to higher ground, leaving the waterline behind.
He enters a fruit-rich ridge, selecting ripe food without urgency.
Strong hands dig into soft soil, uncovering insects and grubs for protein. Kong feeds methodically, balance restored through routine survival.
Shade from dense trees offers brief rest as wind moves through leaves. He settles into a short sleep, alert even in stillness. Rising again, Kong climbs toward the highest point above the canopy.
From the summit, he surveys land and sea, now under control.
Here, on the rugged Pacific coast, the great ape, known as Kong, surveys his domain.
The leader stands supreme on the peak, sealing dominance as the ocean quiets.